anything to hide it and come out with an apology that we know you don't actually believe in. But here's the deal. People weren't stupid. They were keeping track of these
Emotions are like a raging torrent that surges through the mind. More often than not, if you try to hold them back, you'll be swept away by their unstoppable force. And if you try to ignore them entirely, you'll end up tearing yourself to pieces.
Over 17 million views. Here's what you would say. I'm sorry I failed to realize that I need to take proper accountability on here as well. Many of you saw my replies and they were defensive, deflecting, and argumentative. I was busy fighting to defend myself and I've deleted them now because I realized what you guys really wanted from me was a sincere apology. Took you long
do it in
enough.
the first place.
As a team captain, I have a responsibility to make accommodations for all my teammates. While advocating for my Widow OTP, I also need to better respect Kingsman's wishes. Once the team environment became disruptive, I needed to de-escalate with a solution for both parties. A simple, hey guys, let's try this game with Widow, then the next one we can switch things up, could have worked. Emotions were high, and I failed to notice, which resulted in me snapping at Kingsman. I apologize, as no matter what, raising voices and instantly shutting down a teammate is not the right thing to do. I also sort of reprimanded the comments directed at Kingsman once the scrims were over. I needed to hold everyone accountable. I also apologize for calling Kingsman a loser, and I should not have read that in chat in the first place. It was very disrespectful, as Kingsman was just trying to win. And as a leader, I needed to lead without emotions and a clear view. I said good vibes are important, but failed to create that properly. Before Kingsman video went out, I had already reflected, which is why I didn't realize you guys needed to hear it too. I'm sorry my Twitter fingers went first, not this. I tried my best to be ready as a captain, preparing a spreadsheet with various comps and playstyles, but I learned that being a team captain is more than strategies, it's about everyone on the team. They all need to have a say. Wow, what a wonderful apology. If only she posted this first, without being defensive, weird, entitled, quote tweeting Kaplunk's terrible Google Doc, you know, a whole list of things. At this point, it was too late. People were not buying this. She was just trying to do this as a PR move. In fact, she got community noted. Here's what it said. Even after the initial situation calmed down, CC continued to bully Kingsman and speak ill of him across social media. CC has a history of attacking other players and talking trash, linking a
Split the
tweet.
bamboo in the
this tweet,
morning,
you can see some of the TikTok
dry it
comments that
till
we already
night.
saw earlier,
Shape
as well
and
as
bend
messages
it nice
in her
and tight.
Discord. She'd say,
Cross
I'm
the
pretty sure he
strands
spent
to
all
form
20
a
years of his
pattern,
life inside playing
coat
video
in
games,
silk,
which is why he
and
lacks
you
social
have
skills.
a
which is
lantern. That's how you
Did
remember
not
how to
mention
make a
that
show
before.
lantern.
The people
Did
who are
you
complaining
get all that
about
cheating?
social skills are always the same people
Morning.
who do it themselves.
Split bamboo.
Force referring to Kingsman. Noble,
Traveler.
wonderful. As people were rating her
And get
Discord
silk.
because of how terrible of a person she is, she'd say,
Hi,
yo, Kingsman
Mom.
cocksuckers, screenshot
What?
this. Y'all think
No,
I ain't see the
no.
toxicity in the
That
Kingsman
doesn't
Discord?
even rhyme.
W not spreading hate from the
Look,
mods and Kingsman
it's
community.
them.
This only served to
yeah,
make
yeah.
people
Hey,
hate her
Gigi.
more.
Whoa,
Seeing this, she would
Traveler.
reply
Hi,
to the
Mom.
apology we
You're
just saw
here.
and say, I'm sorry I was
Happy
going off the
lantern
video and
rights.
forgot to explicitly call this out. Earlier today, I woke
What
up to
you up to?
1,000 plus notifications from the day
I'm
before,
teaching
and people had
Titi to
joined
make
my
show
server from Kingsman.
lanterns.
I was
It's a real
having
test
a
of finger
panic
dexterity,
attack.
so it'll help keep her nice and loose.
So in my freak out, I said,
Yes,
Kingsman lacked social
I
skills because
do
he spends his time playing
finger
video games. I was
exercises
ended up lashing out at
to
him instead of
be
just kidding. I
a
deeply regret it, and I
nimble
apologize for flinging
zombie.
another insult out. This shows I have terrible
Wanna
characters
try
that will be
too,
working
you
on
two?
watching the words I say and getting help with my panic attacks. Heart emoji. The community note would come in and say, she doesn't actually feel bad. This is a PR move. Linking the same tweet we just looked at.
Oh, okay. Well, we need a whole bunch this year so it doesn't get too dark at night.
That's it,
Too
man. She
dark?
ulted. She pulled
What
out
does
her
that mean?
biggest move. I was having panic
Dr.
attacks.
Baiju has patients who got hurt walking at night. The moon disappeared, so it was too dark to see.
The moon disappeared? Like, behind the clouds?
It was Jonju, the moon devourer. Changshan told me about it, but now I forgot.
It's an old myth from Chenyu Vale about a giant toad in the sky that eats the moon.
This is when people would choose to go to her older tweets to call
What?
her out. With this
The moon
person
gets
saying,
eaten?
you realize you can't hide, right? You fucked up big time, homegirl.
It's just
To
a
which again, she would
story.
give the same
It's
narrative.
not like
In
there's
way, I'm not
actually a
trying to hide,
giant
but people
toad
get
in the
chill.
sky.
Absolutely zero
I
impact to the
asked
decisions
Master
we
about
make.
it, and
The
she
power was
said
out of my
myths are
hands
just
there, and people
insights into how the people of the past understood the world. Well, I didn't see it that night. But I've checked several nights since, and it's been there same as ever. According to Chi-Chi, though, the Ministry of Civil Affairs sent someone to do some kind of serious investigation. So, I don't know. Maybe something did happen.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs? This is starting to sound bad.
It's okay. You can fly. Even if it's too dark, you won't fall and get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. So turn that frown upside down, Paimon. Or someday you'll get a whole bunch of wrinkles and wake up looking like an old granny. What? Okay. No more frowning. But the Traveler can't fly. He can still fall and hurt himself, right? Don't worry. That's what the Shout Lanterns are for. As long as we make enough, Liyue Harbor will never go dark.
Yeah, and there's the giant lantern, too.
Oh, right! I almost forgot! Look! This year's Grand Lantern commemorates the Adeptus who guards the moon! With her watching over it, the moon will be safe for sure. A white horse? Wait! So that's the White Horse Adeptus? Yeah! Legend has it she used to live on the moon. So if it were ever in danger, I'm sure she wouldn't just stand by and watch.
Huh! We've heard of the White Horse Adeptus before, but we never heard the part about her living on the moon.
Probably because it's a folk legend from Chenyu Vale, so not a lot of people know about it. But recently, some ancient artifacts were unearthed in Liyue, and the archaeological team even found evidence of ancient people worshipping an Adeptus who lived in a palace on the moon. It's kind of like how we write wishes on Shout Lanterns and release them during Lantern Rite. The White Horse Adeptus would descend from the moon in her jade carriage and grant people's wishes.
Ooh! When did that happen? She sounds different from the other Adepti in Liyue.
It must have been a super long time ago, because even Master barely knows anything about this Adeptus.
There have been comments and concerns from Kingsmen since the draft day about my Widow pick potential. On day one of scrims, I had told Cap to not send through any clips of Kingsmen doubting my Widow or muting up to speak to his stream as the day one games went well. I warned Cap that I could handle the situation of doubt by conversing, and that if Kingsmen were to end up getting kicked from the tournament, it would bring flame on all of us. Wow, does she have a crystal ball? That's highly mature from someone like her, huh? On day 2 of scrims, Kaplunk had fishy here.
Nope. Kinda unbelievable, right? Yenfei said the White Horse Adeptus might even be a made-up legend, just like Janju the Moon Devourer.
Yeah, a made-up horse and a made-up toad.
You're mistaken, children. The White Horse Adeptus really does exist.
Oh, Mr. Liu from the Baiju Guest House. But how do you know that for sure?
Have you ever wondered how the guest house got its name, Yao Yao?
Baiju White Colt. So it's named after the White Horse Adeptus?
That's right. And that's because one of my ancestors was once blessed by the White Horse Adeptus.
Wait, really? Tell us more! Tell us more!
Cece, did you see the document Cap was putting
It was a
together?
long time ago, when this ancestor of mine was still a young girl. She was out gathering herbs and accidentally fell off a cliff, but the White Horse Adeptus rescued her.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, he's.
Paimon was expecting something a bit more
very, like, straightforward about
special.
everything and putting all the
We've
evidence
heard a
and
whole
everything.
bunch of stories like that before.
Patience, young one. Let me finish. After the White Horse Adeptus saved my ancestor, she told her a story about the moon and the ancient kingdom of Langan. My ancestor was so captivated that she completely lost track of time. So much so, in fact, that when she returned to her village, she found nothing but a desolate ruin in its place. It was as if, without her knowledge, countless years had passed in the mortal world.
Huh?
clips that don't make sense, grammatical errors.
The most extraordinary part of all is that it turned out to be a dream. When she woke up, she found herself at the bottom of the cliff, right where she had fallen. Other than her medicine basket, now filled to the brim with rare herbs, it was as if nothing had happened. Until out of nowhere, a horse's whinny echoed through the air, and when she looked up, she saw a pristine white horse leaping over the cliff.
A white horse leaping over the cliff.
Wow, that sure is a crazy story. But now, it's starting to sound a bit too far-fetched.
Another skeptic. You sound just like my son. But I know it's true. Ancestral records don't lie.
Wait, so your son doesn't believe it happened?
Don't get me started. Not believing is one thing, but he even wants to change the name of our guest house. It's a disgrace, I tell you, a disgrace.
After the document had been posted, and I'd already read through it. It was completely Kaplunk's decision alone to post the document.
Well, it was getting about time for him to take over the guest house. And what's the first thing he does? Starts going on about how the name doesn't attract enough customers and how we're losing business to Wangshu Inn. Can you believe that? As if Baiju Guest House and Wangshu Inn aren't miles apart from each other.
Oh, what about something like the Geo Lord's Rest? Paimon bets that would get people through the doors.
Geo Lord's Rest. I like that one.
This isn't about getting people through the doors. This is about disrespecting our ancestors. Oh, White Horse Adeptus, my wish is this. Let your divine power be known. Teach my foolish son the error of his ways.
Paimon wants to learn more about this Adeptus. Hey, maybe we should ask Zhang Li.
Good idea! Mr. Zhang Li is super knowledgeable. He can answer questions even Master has no clue about.
Oh, why is shit?
Yeah, we just saw him having tea at third round knockout.
Alright, then that's our next stop.
Chi-Chi and I are gonna keep making Shao lanterns. Careful on the road! Goodbye, Paimon. Goodbye, traveler.
Let's say Eastern European. Shit again. That VTuber video that Mujin did not too long ago, where we literally found somebody who was very but that's person.
Racism or sexism. Zaza has already shown to be untrustworthy due to her admitted approval of the document by Kapluck. Someone would ratio the hell out of her before the comments would be limited, saying, said a whole lot of nothing. After most likely many years of this bullying behavior, these people were finally getting what they deserved. It was very satisfying, and the entire community was very happy to see this. However, by now, many people, including myself, thought that, okay, fine, things are going to die down. They posted their final statements, they said what they had to say. It can't possibly get any worse.
Did somebody quote me down?
Right? Well, we were all proven wrong when Kingsman would make an entire brand new Twitter account just so that he can post new information.
Oh, no.
This would somehow, even after everything we've just seen, make everyone look considerably worse. On January 21st, a few hours after Zaza had posted her long statement, Kingsman would create a Twitter account and tweet, "Hey everyone, I originally wasn't planning on posting this, but the first screenshot kind of messed with my vibes a bit." Posting his own Google Doc. The document would be barely a couple pages long and would be very screenshot heavy. He'd start off by saying, originally I wasn't planning to post anything else on this, but I saw this. He'd come across a screenshot between Kapluck and what seems to be the crew member he was talking to. This would be the continuation of the DMs he was having with the crew member, where he said it's between matches and rounds it flares up again. The crew member would say,
Clip anonymously,
download the clip. If there's anything that can help us get him kicked off the team, don't worry, plenty of people in line just as good. Kingsman, like everybody else, is replaceable, playing for the money, ... Get the f*** out. There's no bans. To which Kapluck would say, yeah, I'll go through it.
Who leaked this?
Is when Kingsman would say, and this is just blind speculation, but the fact that you referred to it as helping us get him kicked off means that multiple people were trying to do that on my team. Kaplunk is Zaza's boyfriend, and I'm assuming this message is with one of the team members. And I'm 99% sure it's
all
Cece.
of them.
So this was Kingsman pretty much saying that this wasn't with a crew member on the production team for this tournament. This was actually Kaplunk talking to Cece. This is his speculation. Of course, insinuating that Kaplunk was lying in his document when he said that this was a crew member. And honestly, after everything that's happened so far, I don't think it will be a crazy revelation. He'd then continue and say, either way, my vibes were off. So here's the DMs between me and her after I got kicked and posted the video right before the tournament started. These messages would start off with Cece messaging Kingsman in Discord DMs saying, bro, please do something, these fucking NPCs in my Discord server. TikTok chat, Instagram, comments, streams. To which Kingsman would say, I told him not to harass anyone like 40 times in my vid. If you have like Twitch names, I can ban them. To which he would say, holy fuck, they think I'm responsible for banning you, when all I said was, okay, I agree, Basim. He was gonna
7 ignored messages. Oh my god.
boot you anyways no matter what I did. I wish you asked for clarification before you posted this godforsaken video. Instead, I'm here fighting panic attacks and mass banning people on X different platforms. Make another post or delete the video if you really care.
I mean, it could definitely be true that she's facing panic attacks because for the very first time she's being held accountable.
And she was sending another message saying, hello, do you have any response? Just like you want $40,000, I want some piece of land for the next time I go on to comment mode. God, even in his DM, she seems so violent. Kingsman would then say, I'm not deleting the video. It's legit just for fun. But I've already told my viewers like a trillion times I'm not going to anyone, and I'll keep saying that at the start of my streams and banning whoever I see. This is when she'd say, why not? You took my quote out of context before even asking me for clarification. You can reactivate the bot right now. To which she would say, the bot is staying up, dude. You're not taking it down. Nothing is out of context. It's just the 16-minute draft from the viewer's perspective. This is what she'd say, you insinuated I was wrong. Question mark? I put a screenshot of a random Discord message from someone else saying I was sus for going to a one-on-one call with Basim. Reply with, you said in the same video, I have a boss call with Basim, and the same video say I'm not here to argue. To which she would say, oh, sorry, are you uncomfortable that I'm taking a no for an answer? God. The same way you didn't take no for an answer for an hour, or the fact that the only thing you said to the team was about money? Like, seriously, why the f would I want to kick you if I insisted you stay after you said you want to go play rank? Thanks for throwing me under the fucking bus and into unlimited harassment for X amount of weeks and 9 months. Get your fucking clicks now. All the actions got you banned and you can't accept it.
The 16, mind you, X amount of O's she's projecting into the future. Well, it should have just been. You should have just apologized for being a dumbass. That would have been it. Instead of doubling down, it quadrupling down. Because again, this is the fucking internet. How many people do you think have not yet forgotten about the freaking Nazi VTuber that we talked about just a couple of weeks ago?
Usually I'd be mature, but I don't owe you that if you can't even see how you're in the wrong. You are an asshole for harassing Zaza for a whole hour and making her upset even after we said to drop and now getting that harassment tenfold. Kingsman would then say, sorry to hear that. To which Cece would say, stop lying, you're not sorry. He'd say, I mean, you also just got banned from Twitch the same day for your actions, which is a totally separate matter. She'd say, for what actions? LMAO, I said something in chat to my friend. That's something being KYS. To which Kingman would say, okay. She'd say, it's completely unrelated. He'd say, I'm done talking. Good luck on the tournament. And she'd end this with, you know, I hard defended you when Entei drama farmed. I got into major drama in Greater Discord with a bunch of people just dogging on me for being upset. Entei went behind my back to talk bad about you, and luck. I had creators tell me how you're a crash out and that it's not good I got you on my team and I still defended you. I ain't ever met such a narcissist like you. Wow. Incredible. And if you guys don't remember, Entei was that one Marvel Rivals TikTok drama creator that we talked about earlier. Kingsman would then say in the document, she then removed me from the Discord server with Rivals creators all over TikTok where we chat. And apparently, she was the one. LMAO. Also, on a side note, why am I getting messages like this? This would be a message from clearly someone who is extremely mentally ill. I'm saying he's very angry. Kingsman is clarifying that he's not a misogynist at the end of this video. Going as far as saying, you're a fucking disgrace to any self-respecting human. Life forward to you by the very women who claim not to.
Straight to jail, right away. These are the kind of threats that you do not take lightly. No. You wouldn't take that a man until you use something with a sword to a woman. And you should never do that where the roles being reversed. It doesn't matter who it is. Stop being such a...
Unless, of course, you change your ways. Anyway, this video blog served to show us that Cece was truly what convinced her a terrible, proud person. Not once did she apologize to him in private. Not even once. She made herself out to be some saint who was always on his side and that she never did anything wrong. When Kingsman refused to go with the pity party, she was really shocked. This is actually a real definition of crashing out. Did during the scrims. Kingsman would reply to this post saying, also, I'm so glad CC also turned the Marvel Rivals creator Discord from a server I used to know and talk with people into a CC Blaze server with my old friends. We see a commentator saying that she was furious with Kaplunk because he hurt so many careers. We'd see someone else saying, I gained 600 followers after making a video showing CC as the Antichrist. More importantly though, we'd see a content creator by the name of Ashlyn tagging both CC and Java Stack and saying, don't let these people try and bully you off the internet. I know it's annoying, but use it as an opportunity to get feedback from people who support you. The pair's socials will forget about it in a few days when they move on to the next thing. Basically, it's free ad revenue. To which CC would reply with, I just put 12 ads on my YouTube video. Yes, the one that got masked this off. This again didn't help her case at all. CC would reply to Kingsman's tweet like in less than half an hour and say, I made a quote tweet. These DMs say the timestamp is today, but it was immediately after I uploaded my video I saw all those hate comments for the first time saying I was the ringleader who got you kicked, when I am not. I'll take the screenshot insulting you to the chin, but it is not proof of me talking with Kaplunk. This is when you would be hit with one of the most ruthless communities I've ever seen, with 9 different links to CC was the team captain. She had every opportunity to not only stop her teammates from bullying and harassing Kingsman during and even after the tournament, but also make her do so herself. Kingsman would reply, ratioing the hell out of her, saying, that's pretty epic. Also, showing a screenshot of her saying KYS to I am Jabu. This is what got her banned for a day off Twitch. Another screenshot of I am Jabu on Discord. Someone asked him, you are her friend? To which he said, I don't know her, bro. So her excuse of her being his friend and saying KYS playfully was out the window too. She would reply to this again, saying, Jambu and I spoke after. Him and I are chill. In the screenshot, Kaplunk has to explain when the team is arguing to this mystery person. I wouldn't need that explained to me if I was the mystery person heartbreaking her. I fully mean every apology. She gets clearly noted. She did not fully mean every apology. Linking her own DMs that he had leaked in his video. I mean, at this point, bro, stop it. She's already dead. It was over. But it was also up to her to stop, to finally get off the internet. But she didn't.
Come on, stop.
I am in the middle of class as I see this, but I want to be clear that is not with me. I would not know of any substitute list. Yes, I know I flamed Kingsman, but I've been trying to apologize since that night. Look below, I sent it to my friend at first, and then had someone else confirm. I really don't want to be instantly framed for something I didn't do again. I have zero dream of explaining. I already apologized for my behavior insulting people. I just want to move on. Please. She'd link a bunch of screenshots, and in them we can see her messaging someone, explaining to them the situation, how she had a panic attack and everything, and how she wanted to reach Kingsman after their very terrible conversation they had in DMs. But since she doesn't share the same servers with him, since she kicked him out of the creator server, she wanted this person to act as the middleman, to send him this screenshot, where she says that she's ashamed of how she reacted. She doesn't want this to be his last impression of her, that she wanted to apologize. But by this point, no one was having it anymore. This post sat at 7 million views, and all the comments are again cooking her. But hey, would you look at that? She still didn't stop tweeting.
Come on, stop!
She would quote tweet that post we just saw and say, emotions are high and I've learned what to step away. No, you didn't! If the response isn't necessary, all no. Please react how you started to me being an ass. I know I deserve the same treatment. I'm not the person in the screenshot with the I was not the one who reported Kingsman. My apology the day before includes all my behavior. I have not been on since, and I've been holding myself accountable and will continue to do so.
No bit of mine since literally about lying to a tweet. That was me.
I have to show you another screenshot that she included in that initial post where she has 0 DMs with Kaplunk. Again though, the comments are still cooking the absolute hell out of her. This was not helping anyone except, well, all of her. But at this point, CC was absolutely cooked to shreds. Zaza was too. And some people realized, wait a second, there's one person that deserves a lot of criticism too that isn't getting any. Lucia will go live on sub-only mode, that way she can farm as much money as she can out of this. With the title, I need this, I'm kinda homeless, still not taking the situation seriously at all. She'd argue that she wasn't a bad friend to Kingsman, didn't take his side and was arguing against him by showing us DMs between them. She'd send him a message saying, "Are you doing all right?" He'd say, "No, I'm not." She'd say, "Dude, why didn't you stop? I tried to tell you to shush." He'd say, "I did nothing wrong, Lucy. I'm going to make a video about it." She'd say, "Okay, that's fine, but I don't think it's fair to say that nothing wrong." We were on Zaza for a while, and you could hear in her voice she was getting upset. He'd say, "No, don't worry, I'm actually going to explain everything." To which she would say, "Well, all right. I'm sorry about you getting hurt. I was excited to be on the same team as you." She would say, "Yeah, same. Bro, I rewatched and you rage baited me so hard." What an incredible friend. We also have some incredible clips from the stream that truly show us just how many brain cells she lacks in that head of hers. Watch.
Why I did what I did and why I said what I said. I did do it at wrong times, I do admit. But in regards to me telling him to shut the fuck up, that is the only thing I think I am 100% justified in, because Sasa said you're making me feel like shit. When somebody on your team is like saying that, I'm immediately just put off. And yeah, I don't know. That's the only time I'm only gonna like defend that specific moment. Thank you, the plug for the Prime X.
Yeah, you know, I told him to shut up because he was making some valid points. Yo, thank you for the Prime sub, man. Yo, thank you for the Prime sub, dude. But it gets worse. Here will be her excuse for comparing Kingsman to Israel. Look at this. Just listen to this and try not to cringe.
No, I guess it was just like in bad taste. But at the end of the day, you're like, guys, I am a Lebanese Arab. Like, I have.
There it is. Arity. Bro, it doesn't fucking matter, okay? Facts, by the way. But we're talking about Marvel Rivals right now and a tournament where you fucked up. Jesus Christ, people are so out of touch.
It's the Palestinians. I literally have family there. I don't know really what. Yeah. Anyways, regardless, let me see if there's anything else.
Bro, who asked? Like, genuinely, who cares? What the hell are we talking about here? And if you thought that wasn't bad enough, I mean, guys, it only gets worse from here. Look at what she said about Basim for actually admitting that he was wrong. Look at this.
That one wasn't even like, really?
Under normal circumstances, if we were talking politics, I would understand. But this is not it. Continue.
Because you don't want hate. You don't want heat, which is fine. But it's just.
Why? Why are they always doing this? No! Dude, it's Black History Month in like 3 days. What have black people done to you? Oh, God. You know what would be funny? A plan? I'm gonna edit my Life Pharaoh reactions, like tomorrow, second part of it. And I plan to release like Marvel Rivals videos in succession. That would be kind of funny. Would it be fun if this video drops on the 1st of February? Black fucking History Month. What does this race have to do with anything? I'm freaking groveling right now. Dude, this is so enraging me. I'm feeling like a dog with rabies here. like I said before, what have black people done to you? Leave us alone. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. I'm calm now.
The screenshot right now because this needs to be made clear. Before the drama, there were imposter accounts going around and hiding behind my name to act like this. I would never say this sort of stuff. That is not me. The only games I have played since the drama have all been live on my last stream, and I have not loaded up the game since. I've also attached a screenshot of my last ranked game so that you guys can see that I haven't played anything more. The times in the screenshot of my history are in Australian time. Someone would reply with, "And we're supposed to believe you, why? You've been lying since the drama started." To which she would say, "I haven't lied once, bro." This reply would get community noted, and it would say, "She has lied several times." I have never seen so many community notes for one incident in my life. Someone would call out how terrible she was at Widow and how she should have listened to Kingsman. She'd reply with, "No, we..."
I fervently hope that these actually were like bot accounts that were trying to smear her. Because if not, oh my god. I'm sorry for kind of losing my shit before, but I am so tired of these kind of things. Like, somebody's race has nothing to fucking do. Jesus.
Won a game once. I stayed on Widow, actually. She got community noted. They lost 7 games out of 8. And of course, we can't forget Ashlyn, the same person in the creator server who added CC and Zaza, urging them to not let anyone bully them off the internet. She'd tweet out and say, "I collected more details on this drama and I'm willing to give a serious input. My genuine opinion on this is everybody was being cringe. CC, Kingsman, Zaza, everybody. Nobody was in the right here. The best thing for everybody to do is to not escalate the situation, learn from it, and move on with life. I feel so sorry for the other teams who have been massively overshadowed by this whole thing. It's not fair. This was truly unfortunate and preventable." She'd also made community noted, saying this user has heavily backed CC and Zaza, defended harassment, and otherwise engaged in various character assassination attempts against Kingsman, including inventing false allegations. It would be unwise to consider Ashlyn FPS unbiased in any capacity. Like, look, this was her saying, after reading the doc, the Plunk's doc, "This is genuinely insane behavior. His community, who's being so toxic towards you guys, just tells everything. I would be genuinely embarrassed if I were him."
Dude, Twitter coming to your rescue is a thing that I never expected in 2026. Especially when the app has been, doing CSAM and shit. Wow, the duality of Twitter.
Referring to Kingsman. She would then get ratioed multiple times in her replies. And so seeing the backlash she was receiving, the fact that she couldn't deal with the consequences of her own actions just like everyone else, she would tweet out, "CC is bad. Kingsman is good. Would you kind souls please stop sending me death threats?" And God, the whole thing was embarrassing. Everyone involved who was taking the side of the bullies was nothing more than embarrassing. The secondhand embarrassment I felt throughout this video is indescribable. Because throughout all of this, all they had to do was simply apologize. Not just in public, but directly to Kingsman. They only apologized to the public because they knew it made them look bad. And this would be after multiple opportunities of them doubling, tripling, quadrupling them, and only finally letting go once they realized this is unrecoverable.
This is the thing. This comments puts it perfectly. And I've stated this before with regards to different things in the past, but like most specifically about a recent video that I made, that we live in this like post-truth era. It doesn't really matter whether or not you have facts on your side. Funny enough, it's all about the vibes. As long as you can bombard people with a deluge of assumptions without actually digging deeper into things that have been going on, and even if there's video proof, it wouldn't matter. You just have to insist and hold your ground. Also, it's like people have been vice-maxing recently. In other words, just being mean because, hey, if you're mean, it definitely means that you're being honest here. You're not trying to omit any truth. You're being your true self. Because those goody two-shoes out there who always try to be nice to people, they must hold a deep, dark secret. Like, that is generally my justification to the rise of so many awful people online. Because people seem to have confused being outright mean, like being that straightforward, with being truthful. But that's not the case. A lot of these people are just assholes. And I am so happy then more and more people are waking up to it, documenting what people are saying and holding others accountable.
Tough Girl Bully Act was not going to work. The entire internet was now aware of this. Moist Critical had done a video about it. I mean, everyone knew about this. But even though this looks very bad already, the real consequences, the ones that are truly career-ending, would only start to show up later. And it would be when CC would start to lose sponsorships. On January 21st, Infinity News, one of CC's sponsors, said, "We have been made aware of a situation involving CC during the recent creator tournament. While we have worked together previously, we do not support behavior that targets or disrespects indie creators. As a result, we will not be continuing any partnership moving forward. We believe in keeping competition respectful, and we wish everyone the best going forward." This video has 2 million views and over 50,000 likes. Since then, people have expressed interest in their products because having morals as a company is something rare these days. But they weren't the only ones. Solaris GG, the talent agency in which CC was a part of, would tweet a message from our owner. In it, you'd find a tweet by Hume, the owner of that talent agency, saying, "I've been informed of everything that happened, and as of today, I've made the decision that CC has been removed from Solaris and its creator program." And to clarify, Solaris and its staff, other creators, had zero involvement in Basim ZB's tournament. All of CC's social media posts and messages, the actions done and the insults said to its kingsmen by the group of streamers is not something I'm happy about or what Solaris stands for. Again, this video received a lot of attention as well, with over 2 million views, and many people were very happy about this. But that's not all. Someone would notice that CC in her legs had one that led to Razor, even though she misspelled the name of the company. It seemed that she had an affiliate. The people would let Razor know, linking it to
Razor Gaming.
Yes, she got banned because she typed KYS in chat. They'd say, "We're looking into it." Later, they'd say, "We have confirmed that there were never official agreements with the creator and there are no plans for future collaborations." One could only assume that her affiliate code also doesn't work anymore. CC had finally, for the first time in her adult life, received consequences that equaled her disgusting, violent actions. Oh, and while we're on the topic of CC's adult life, it seemed like she had a very big problem with the opposite gender, saying that all men are liars and that she hates all men. Additionally, when she used to be a Smite player, she would express in games with someone that she had a dislike of black people.
Nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not crashing out again. I was justified before. See, full stop. Continue.
It wasn't just consequences against Kingsman anymore. It was consequences for every bad thing she's done over the last few years now. But it wasn't over just yet. This wasn't just about monetary opportunities and sponsors. This was about how they had become a cultural phenomenon for all the wrong reasons. The NBA team, the Atlanta Hawks, had made a TikTok about the Kingsman drama, saying how Kingsman felt after watching his old team get destroyed in the Devils tournament, multiple times.
Well, where's that gif of Venom dunking on people? That's Kingsman.
Wait, someone said they're playing a Zaza stack in my game today. What does this mean? Someone inform me. New slang unlocked, Zaza. Definition, someone throwing not necessarily on Black Widow and still won't swap. Playing with a...
Yo. It gives a new meaning to Zaza, huh?
Vibes also became a massive meme. There's a new tournament being hosted by the content creator Boger with a $50,000 prize pool. He would tweet out, "Happy to announce that I'll be hosting another Boger Bash next week. This is not a casual tournament, but I promise you, the vibes will nevertheless be pristine." So now left and right. Opportunities were gone. No one wanted to associate with these people any longer, and they were truly exposed for what they are. This is the pure definition of consequences, and it is very satisfying to see. But what about Kingsman? How is he doing? Well, he ended up becoming more successful than any of these bullies combined.
Awesome.
His last few streams have reached thousands of concurrent viewers. One of them had 25,700 viewers, and 44,000 followers in one go. He's been receiving so many donations that he started begging people to stop donating. Someone would donate $3,000 right off the bat. His chat got into hype train level God knows how much. He has over 10,000 subscribers. That's $50,000 alone. He's reached over 200,000 subs on his YouTube channel and just reached over 100,000 followers on Twitch. I was there for the podcast. He has made way more than the entire 40,000 prize pool, and it couldn't have happened to someone more deserving.
Justice.
Developer sent him currency in-game for free so that he can buy all the skins he loves playing Magic. Check out
oh my god.
The Marvel Rivals devs just gave me units so I can purchase Magic skins. No fucking way. There's no way that is real. Wait. I gotta hide my screen. No way. No way. What? Wait. By the way, this is the guy who emailed me because he asked me.
As I said in the beginning of the video, this was a story with a happy ending. And just in case it wasn't clear enough, this was never about men versus women or any of that bullshit. This is a textbook story of someone who got bullied and stood up to his nasty bully, drawing support from the public and making them face consequences for the first time in their adult lives. I'm very happy for Kingsman, and I hope that he enjoys his success. He seems to be a really nice guy. And no, I'm not just saying that because he admitted on stream that he watches my videos. If you're watching this, Kingsman, thank you for being a viewer of my channel, and I truly wish you the best. My DMs are always open if you want any advice relating to content creation, or hell, even drama. But I think you handled this pretty damn well. I think you're good on your own. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. I really appreciate it. And if you want more content from me, even more than my YouTube channel, then make sure to check out my stack page where I'm posting over 4 different art pieces every month, as well as one short video and a long video. There's already a short video there. Prices start at $1 per month. I'll see you in the next video whenever that is, and love you platonically. Mwah.
We are currently having a communal panic attack. Leave now before I call you Israel. Oh gosh, I like this. A wonderful ending. This is what we all needed to see. Finally, people being held accountable for their awful behavior. We need to stop bullies, man. The last couple of years has just been from like the top level of industries to like the smallest people, like on the bottom line, just being awful. Bullies everywhere, and finding the stupidest way to justify their behaviors and somehow getting back up by other awful individuals, and or sometimes being misled to believe that they were in the right. But across communities, man, people need to do better. People need to be held accountable, and I'm happy to see a story like this. This was very nice, but also black people catching strays out of nowhere. Like, can we stop that? Anyways, folks, thank you so much for checking out this video. As always, if you like the reaction, don't forget to hit that like and also subscribe button. Make sure to, of course, subscribe to Mujin. And wish you all to have a wonderful day, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.
We have a new character trailer to check out for Zibai, Mortal Flesh to Kindred Earth. I'm very interested in the overall lore of Zibai with like the moon and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get into this, guys. I watched the teaser. She terrified a child and all that. But let's see what else we got going on underneath the surface of Zibai, the first horse in Genshin.
Testing, blah. Oh my god, what happened to my skin? What the hell happened to the color correction? There we go. It's supposed to be a face, not an orange. We're not that American. F me. America. Land of the free. Land of the bald. Eagles. The 51 states. The 51st one being green. Oh, sweet freedom. You can fit so much freedom in this bad boy. Yes, indeed. My face is no longer green. Well, so much for Greenland, I guess. Disgusting. Ladies, lasses, and lasses, and welcome to the click. You smell absolutely astounding today. And don't let anyone else lie to you and tell you otherwise. Today, we're doing something beautiful. Social media has never been on more fire than this currently. And that's why we are going to also ask who Americans say because... Enjoy. Today, 7:45 a.m.
say, we are the National Gallery in London. Maybe put that on your screen name. There is a National Gallery in Washington, D.C.
I cut some bamboo today to make a special jade robe.
Yes, there is a city named London in Ohio. Sort of joke. Should have specified. It wasn't London, England, whatever country that is. It's London, Ohio. Duh, the real main character. Is there a Stockholm in Ohio? There's no major city named Stockholm in Ohio. Oh, take it, Ohio. You're superior.
They're burning American flags all over Europe. I thought our president made that illegal.
Oh dear God, this post makes me so glad that Trump cannot decide laws in Europe. Thank God. A personal experience with tariffs. Ordered a piece of equipment from Spain. Delivery is held until I cough up $450 of import fees. This is 22% of the purchase price. I thought the manufacturer from Spain would pay for this. Nah, I pay for it. How does this benefit me? Asking for a friend. Important from DHL. There's an import duty on shipment. The amount is $450. Hipty-dipty, how could this happen to me? I only voted for it. Something, leopard eating people's faces. Well, if you want to look at it like a glass half full, I do believe that a lot more people understand what a tariff actually is now compared to a year ago. You know, silver linings and all of that kind of shit. But now you gotta pay for the silver lining. The Daily Mail. Denmark's postal service just delivered its final letter after 400 years of service. That's because no one can understand the letters. If America is 250 years old, how is Denmark sending mail for 400 years? Ah, yes, because Danish people only send letters to America. What the f*** is the thought behind this comment? Is there a thought behind this comment? Danmark äldre än oss. There we go. Nailed. Did you see what I mean? No one can understand it. It's not a real language. Oh, dear. US is very young compared to most countries. The Kingdom of Denmark is considered to be established in the 10th century. Cameloso. You see, my dear Danes, if your postal service only existed to deliver letters to the USA for whatever reason, how could it have been 400 years old when the US, the only receiver of letters, is only 250 years? Explain that in Danish. I am fucking losing the few brain cells I have left making this video. No one in EU ever heard of Greenland before. Now all of them are interested in Greenland. Only Americans say something as stupid as this. You didn't even know Greenland was a thing until now. And now you pretend to care. Oh, who's ever heard of Greenland before? Motherfucker, you're the people who can't tell Greenland and Iceland apart, for fuck's sake. The USA will liberate Greenland from Denmark. Free Greenland! Have you asked Greenland about it? I don't think they need any liberating. Like how you liberated other countries? No thanks. Man, there seems to be a lot of talk about Greenland on social media. Too bad and I don't know what Greenland is. But apparently Americans do, so I don't know what it's about, but you know, but here we are. Greenland is always making a joke. There are 50,000 Greenland citizens. Here we go again, baby. Only green flags when you talk about Greenland. USA government will spend $50 billion and give each Greenland citizen $1 million tax-free to purchase Greenland. An additional $2.4 trillion will be paid to Denmark to purchase Greenland. You might have to step that up considering the dollar lost like 20% value last year. In addition, all Greenlanders will be granted USA citizenship and USA economic benefits, e.g. better taxes, corporate benefits, etc. The ability to move to inland USA for Greenlanders is there as now USA citizens, such as New York, California, Florida, or Texas. I mean, yay, $1 million, but that's going to be burned on your first hospital visit, so you know, there's that. You're telling me Greenlanders wouldn't be interested? Would have to be out of mind to not accept. Okay, if I ever became a billionaire from the memes on YouTube and did a musky and purchased a social media website, and I didn't want it to turn to absolute garbage, I would totally have there be like a mandatory quiz. Whenever there's a world event going on and you can't point to it on a map, you can't post it. You're not blocked from posting. It's like, will you recognize Greenland as a keyword? Point to Greenland on the map. I saw Trump, but isn't God and Trump the same thing? They turned this to done. Art leaders, headwinds, 27-26.
Next time, change the date format when you do that. You have a big player base in the US, cater to the player base.
Look at me, the main character playing your game. Why don't you produce date feeds that I can do? Because I can't read. I guess it's hard to find it easier when someone uses a system you're not used to. I mean, that's okay, and maybe you have to do a double take. Like automate stuff like, oh yeah, stuff. You know, that's fine. I do that sometimes too in Americans. But also like being a main character. Trump just sort of that without you to say. Prime Minister would all be speaking German. How could this happen? German is the main language in Switzerland. Then we have someone chiming in on this.
No, it isn't. It's English. German is the secondary language of Switzerland.
That's not even true either. What the Scandinavian and even bastard Navian countries, Switzerland and Finland. What do you mean?
Speak English and largely forgo their native languages.
Have you been to any of these places? Dear God. I mean, to begin with, I would kind of buy that point. You know, I was traveling in the mountains in Switzerland a while ago, and I think my German is pretty decent. And I went up to a guy who was managing my language. I was like, please do this, blah, blah, blah. And he replied like this. And I was like, Entschuldigung? And he said, and after I said, excuse me, the 5th time, I just smiled and nodded, and he led me to the place I was supposed to go. So yes, I would agree with that point, low-key. Dialects do be in heavy variance and can be quite difficult. But that doesn't mean it's freaking USA.
Another one finished.
I am seriously getting
And the paint's all dry.
I am especially
Oh,
tired of American
happy holidays! Are you here for a Shao Lantern too?
Don't you know that if
Yep.
they didn't win the war,
You know how Miss
they
Pinchy
would
made a
be German
customizable
in
lantern
Germany?
frame?
Can you imagine?
Well, lots of people bought them to tinker with.
Yeah, they really
Oh,
do just use
Gauman
skills
got
to
one
shit.
too. I offered to help, but he was adamant about doing it himself. Some of my neighbors had an idea about what to make, but didn't know how to execute their
They
vision.
have a king.
So they came to me for some hands-on help.
No kings, though. No
And
kings.
after weaving them for everyone else, I made one for myself too.
If we have, like,
Now
a
it's just
crowning
time to release
in the
it.
future or something like that. And I'm calling it, if they
What
do,
wish should
it's
I
gonna be
write?
a really like extravagant but really ugly crown. It's gonna have like a Gucci branding on it or something. I'm fucking calling it. JD Vance, Denmark is not being a good ally. We fought your wars with you. We lost soldiers. for you.
just
Now
like
you
to
threaten
make
our
people
territory.
smile.
Look in the damn mirror. First of all, that was 85. Lived in the continent then, and without us, you'd be speaking either German or Russian. Oh, there. So now we're 80 years in the future. We need to deal with today's threats. Like having a border close to Russia, or what was the argument? Do they think the Earth is flat? I think they do. We're gonna get what we need. You might as well make it easier, make it lucrative. There's a special breed of like social media main characters that go online and claim personal victory in wars that were fought 80 years ago. And on top of that, they believe they speak for their entire countries, all while, I don't know, sitting at home on Get Not to mention the lack of maturity. I mean, you're basically talking like bullies were back when I was like 10 years old. The passenger rail networks in the United States
Traveler,
versus Europe.
what a pleasant
Please,
surprise.
can I have some more
Happy
pixie,
Lantern
please?
Rite.
They had to say passenger rail
Ah,
because the US
I did ask Miss Pingshy to help arrange a commemorative photo shoot. You must be the photographer she had in mind then. Wonderful. Looks like I'll be bringing back some lovely photos from this year's Lantern Rite.
That would be idiotic.
All right then, Master Photographer. What kind of pose do you think would be the most photogenic?
Someone else to control when and where you can travel. Like red lights, kind of, I guess. Less freedom's never a good thing. Or you can have more freedom by choosing if you want to take your car or a train. I think most people would argue that is More freedom.
Oh,
It's
what
more
a
options,
lovely
but, you know,
picture.
what do I
Thank
know? I'm
you.
just European.
I'll keep it
I don't
safe.
even know what Greenland is, so, you know,
I think I'll have it framed and
Make
put in the
America
shop.
Go away. Greenland embraces the new
And
MAGA
to
hat.
you.
Make America
Nobody in
go away.
Liyue Harbor is sleeping a
I'm kinda
wink
tempted
tonight,
to
are
buy
they?
Some of this Greenland merch. Hell yes.
America defends Greenland. They have no military, and neither does Denmark.
What's the color correction today, please? I wonder how many of the people making these comments are bots versus actual real people. And I'm not sure if like either one of the answers would make it worse. I mean, would it be worse if you realize that we have like a super dead internet already? It's like,
The craftsmanship of these Xiao lanterns is something else. How does Lanyan do it? Oh, hey traveler! Happy New Year!
Real people, then that's also sad. It's just sad, isn't it?
Yup. Took me ages, but this one's turning out pretty decent. I'm gonna paint Manzai on it too. Oh, and I gotta make one for Pops.
We may soon witness the
Whew, that should do it. All that's left is sending it off to the sky.
No person would be stupid enough to give up EU citizenship for a meager
New stock at Sigu Antique?
Wait.
Bad news for my
Okay, never mind. That's more money than many Europeans would make in their whole lives.
all this down.
Europe? You mean Euro poor? I asked random Italians to point out Italy on a map. Geography is not their strength. Look at all these dots. Wait a second, this is from a page called The Roman Senate and People. Oh, the dots are the Roman empires. You have Italy there in the middle, and then it's like how far the Roman Empire stretched. That's pretty funny. This is a funny meme. And they yell at the Americans for bringing bad at geography.
If you make a lantern like this and release it, will the wish really come true? Oh, you're in Liyue too? Happy Lantern, right?
Angry, but they don't even understand what they're
Yeah,
about.
my
It's so
advisor
weird. It
sent
reminds me
me.
of my nephew, who
She
has, like,
said
tantrums and stuff when
participating
he's
in
tired,
folk
but he doesn't
festivals
wanna go to
might
bed,
help
so he
spark
insists
some
on staying up while
inspiration for
being
my
tired and
research.
mad instead of sleeping.
But
He's
I
also
work
4
on
years
star
old, so
charts.
it's a little bit
I'm
different.
still not sure what that has to do with holidays like this. But she had already bought me a ticket and escorted me onto the boat before I even had a chance to ask. As soon as I got off the boat, a lady stopped and offered me a free Xiao lantern frame. She said releasing one would bring good luck for the entire year. I'm not sure I need a whole year of luck, but a little bit when it's time to submit my thesis wouldn't hurt. So I followed her instructions and made one.
Still being really generous, you know, they're just not buying the fake percentages.
I mean, it's just $1 or $2.
I mean, $6 in this case, $7.50 if you were to believe the original percentages.
Thanks.
So it's actually
I should release the lantern now, right? Oh, I need to write my wish on it first.
What they did though, they tipped it 20%. Like even if you want to dive into like the tipping culture war or whatever, they still tipped 20%. They just didn't tip an amount and were lied to about the percentage actually was. They still tipped 20%, and it's way more than $1 or $2. What do you mean? I am 100% Italian. I've never seen anyone eat a pizza with a fork and knife other than deep dish Chicago pizza when I grew up there. Oh, so you grew up in Chicago?
Traveler?
Okay. How are you Italian if you grew up in
Happy
Chicago?
holidays!
I have
It's
seen
been
Italians
some
in
time
Rome
since
eating
we
Napolitan
last
pizza
spoke.
with fork and knife, and also other Italians with hands. Because my parents are
You could say
Italian.
that.
Is that a serious
I had already
question or
planned to
not?
come to
I don't
Liyue
care
to
what you
research
say. I
floral
gave my opinion
essences.
on my culture,
So when I
you know.
heard there was a merchant
Never
ship
been
heading
atheist.
here,
I mean, you
I
can have
decided to
Italian
join
heritage,
them.
but that doesn't mean, like, you
I had no
what
idea
you
I'd
believe
arrive
in.
just in time for
Those
lantern
are
rite.
different things.
In deference to the
Heritage
season,
versus, like, where you
I've
grew
decided to
up
put
are
all work
different
aside
things,
and
that's
simply
okay,
enjoy
but
myself.
This is weird.
I even asked a
gave
young
my
lady to
opinion on
teach me
my
to
occult.
craft Xiao lanterns.
Even though it's
In
wrong.
fact, I
You
was
don't
just
get
about
to
to
my
release
opinions,
it.
woman. It's
Thank
not an
you.
opinion, an
She told me it's
fact.
tradition to
It's
write down a
not
wish before
an
releasing
opinion.
it.
Ah, the freedom.
Still, I'm not quite
So you're
sure
American, then.
what
Thanks
to
for
write.
letting us know. I disagree. Someone who has 2 Italian parents and Italian citizenship is Italian, even if they spent their childhood in Chicago. Italian citizenship means anything. If you don't know we eat pizza with a fork and knife, you've never seen Italy in your life. I mean, heritage and where you're from personally are very much, indeed, distinct differences. Like, I have friends, for example, in Sweden who have a dual citizenship, but they grew up in Sweden, went to school in Sweden, yada yada, had their childhoods here. Just because they have a passport somewhere else doesn't mean they magically know what it's like to grow up there. They probably have connections to it, or connections in the family, or traditions they follow, or whatever, you know, to whatever extent they want to express that. But that doesn't mean you magically know what it's like to live in a place you actually haven't lived in. Those are vastly different things. The business inside.
I moved from the US to the world's most livable city. After nearly 2 years of disappointment, I couldn't wait to leave.
She read on the internet that Copenhagen is the happiest city in the world, but she didn't do her homework. The weather is not what she expected, and the winter days
To encounter you here amidst Liyue's celebrations is unsurprising. Happy Lantern Rite.
She even complained about that she cannot get advantage of
Indeed.
maternity leave and
I submitted the
childcare
request to Miss
she
Pingshi.
doesn't have, and she's
Evidently,
not planning kids.
you are the professional photographer she mentioned.
Why would you get
Very well.
maternity leave
I trust you
if
will
you're
take
not
excellent
a maternal
photographs.
or whatever?
Let us begin. In that case,
But it's
please
for
advise me on
It's
an
for my
appropriate
inner
pose while
child.
we prepare.
Basically, she's complaining about things she could have learned before moving if she at least did her homework about Copenhagen.
Quote, I moved to a country without being able to speak the language. It made it harder to settle in and make friends.
I am shocked. I mean, to be fair, it's Danish. But also, this is just weird. But also, on top of that, right? I knew plenty of people, especially back in uni and stuff, who were like exchange students and that sort of thing. They made plenty of friends without ever learning Swedish, you know? They went to a master's program where the program was in English. They lived in student corridors where all kind of social stuff happened.
A commendable picture. A perfect memento for the occasion. My thanks. I will treat it as one of my personal effects and take care of it accordingly.
So, like, that
Thank
whole
you.
argument
Happy
also is
Lantern
kinda,
Rite
like,
to you as
weird.
well.
I suppose it's a bit
But
different
if I
you're
may
just, like,
ask,
moving
does the
completely into
Millelith
blind as an
always
adult.
maintain
Maybe it's a bit
such
harder to
strict
find, like,
vigilance
places
during
to do
Lantern
that.
Rite?
But that's
To
also
maintain
not
such
true. Like,
strict
if you move to a
discipline
country
even
completely
amidst the
blind,
festivities,
don't even read up on what
I'm
the
impressed.
weather is like. Don't speak the language, and then you're like surprised not everything goes your way. And also, I don't get maternity leave, even though I don't have kids. What I thought Denmark was socialist, what? Oh, this meme doesn't fit here at all. I don't know why this was here, but it's pretty funny. 2000 to 2022. Your drawing is terrible. Is that a headshot? Quit art. Quit art. It's Sanic. That's so sad. But now, it's real art and that's sold. No way I slop. A true masterpiece. It's Sanic. He just removed the Sanic word, though, and put it in a nicer frame, so it's more like he just doesn't embrace his dyslexia anymore, so people like it. Man, why do you have to do this to dyslexic people like myself? That is so sad. Here's a little receipt from eating out. Added tip, 20%, $3.30, and they added $3.35. Perfectly generous, just over 30%. Total 21. Plus kitchen tip.
Oh?
Why? No dishwasher tip. No shareholder tip?
Curious.
Oh, right. That's the one that gets paid fully without tips.
Impressive,
You have to tip
right?
The server, the kitchen staff, the dishwasher,
What's with all the commotion
owner of
over
place,
here?
the shareholders,
Oh,
and then
Traveler
also
and
the people who rent
Paimon!
out the
Perfect
actual
timing!
property. So
I
your
have something
meal for one
amazing to
burger is
show
gonna
you.
cost roughly $400.
What is it?
Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk.
Huh?
Bringing American culture to
Part of the
Greenland.
moon is
Pizza
blacked
emoji.
Was
You
it
mean
really
Blue
eaten
City?
by a
Also
giant
the entire
toad?
continent of Europe, Fits and
I didn't
Texas.
expect
We
you
got
to know the
49
story of
more
Jonju the
states.
Moon Devourer,
American
Paimon.
education
Don't
strikes
underestimate
again.
Paimon.
I love social
She
media
learned a whole
comments.
bunch of
It's
things in
great.
Sumeru.
If you ever thought that
But
humanity was getting
Jonju the
smarter,
Moon
other
Devourer
than
is a
random
Liyue
stuff.
legend.
Knowledge knows no borders, so...
You're right about that, Paimon. But this dark
I
circle
think
doesn't
you
look
went to
anything
prison.
like a toad to me.
Not in the UK,
A
man.
toad's
Schools
egg,
are
maybe?
pretty safe
But that's
here.
about it.
Schools have metal
Wait, Traveler!
That's
You've
so
been in
dark,
Nodcry,
man.
right?
That is just
The
dark.
people there worship the moon goddess. So you should know what's going on here.
See 1%, but my 1% northern Spain.
Really?
Proud of
Not
me
even in a
because
place
there's
where people
1%
worship the
northern
moon?
Spain, and I tattooed it on my hand. Isn't that like literally within the margin of error? I'm not sure if I
Yeah!
would tattoo that on
Master
my
told
hand.
me that the
Also,
tale of
it can
Jianzhu,
change because
the
when more
Moon
people, like,
Devourer,
sign up
was
for the
how
services,
ancient
they can
people
also
explained a
map the
certain
DNA more
celestial
correctly. So
phenomenon.
this is such a low percent
But
that it
what
could
is it
even
exactly?
change.
Some
Not
kind
because
of
your
omen of
DNA changes,
disaster?
but because the mapping gets more accurate and 1% is so small that it could be within that margin of error. So this is silly. Even
How
if it's
so?
going to be correct, it's silly, and it might not even be real.
I've eaten ham with more Spanish DNA than this person.
Oh, but in this picture, the moon is being covered from the center. So this can't be a normal eclipse.
Then it's still an omen of some impending calamity?
We never said that! Ugh, some crazy customer left it at the restaurant. Just thinking about it gives me the chills.
But strategically, this is undeniable leverage.
Attention, everyone! As the auspicious festival season approaches, I have an announcement to make. I, Lu Xiong, am on the verge of becoming one of the most renowned archaeologists in all of Liyue Harbor. No, scratch that, in all of Tibet. Even though I never trained at a prestigious academy, I still managed to dig up tons of treasures. And I understand practically a whole dictionary's worth of big words, too. Like my pops always says, no pain, no gain. And I haven't had it easy, that's for sure. So, it's definitely my turn to make a name for myself.
What's the deal with her? No idea. Maybe she ate a bad batch of perch stew?
What? You don't believe me?
Australia right now.
I'm telling you, I dug up treasures from the ancient nation of Longan. I even got a picture of Jeonju devouring the moon.
Longan? Jeonju? What is she even talking about? Sounds like she's a few perches short of a stew, if you know what I mean.
So what if blackback perch stew is my favorite? Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
Whoa, what are you doing?
You're just a stupid, ignorant man, and I'm gonna kill you.
Young lady, you need to calm down.
But it wasn't a saying.
What? So you're looking down on me now too? How about I take you both out then? How does that sound?
This is a place for dining. If you wish to take me out, you'll have to do it elsewhere.
Don't act like you're better than me. Do you know who I am? I'm about to be the most famous archaeologist in all of Liyue. No, Tibet. Show me some respect.
It's respect you want? Very well. For the sake of the other customers, we'll do this your way.
Nobody eats marshmallows out of USA, I think.
What? So Shen has started the fight? She had no choice. The woman pulled a shovel out of nowhere and started going crazy, flipping tables left and right. She even injured 2 other customers. Shenna did what she had to do to restrain her, then took her to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Thank goodness Aunt Shenhe was there. Or who knows what might have happened.
Yeah. I started cleaning up after all the commotion, and that's when I found this photo. I thought it might be the one she dropped, so I rushed over to show someone.
She said she took a photo of Jeonju the Moon Devourer. This must be it.
Can we really trust what she said, though? Clearly, something is going on with her.
Paimon's got a point. It sounds like she wasn't acting right at all. How do we know she wasn't possessed by some kind of evil spirit?
Aunt Shenhe would have noticed if she was possessed.
All right. But what about the part about Longan and the treasure she found?
What's with that dissonance? What's with that?
What about it?
Apparently it's not Harry Potter and the
What if
Sorcerer's
she
Stone
raided a
UK.
tomb and dug up some super special relic, then got herself haunted by an ancient ghost?
English. Simplified.
One so powerful that even Miss Shenhe couldn't sense its presence.
Your imagination is something else, Hu Tao. Why would an ancient ghost come to Wanmin restaurant, huh? To eat my blackback perch stew?
Hey, that could happen. I'd want to eat your food if I was a ghost.
Wait a second. She mentioned the ancient nation of Longan, right? Paimon's heard that somewhere before.
You know what? My brother mentioned that some ancient artifacts were unearthed in Liyue recently. Mostly colored glass, fine jade, and bronze relics. Some of the text inscribed on them has already been deciphered. There were some poetic verses, but the word long gone popped up as well.
So, does that mean this long gone place is real?
And the comment section is
Still,
flooded with Americans saying
Paimon
it's
knows
not
we've
an
heard the
accent, but a
name
speech
somewhere
impediment.
before.
I don't even know what to
Do you
brand
remember,
this. Is this
Traveler?
like accidental racism? It doesn't feel accidental. It feels kind of aggressive. I don't know, man. I don't even know how to label
His
this, but it's
ancestor
kinda
heard
weird.
about it from the White Horse
US won't
Adeptus.
invade Greenland. They will
The
merely
White
offer
Horse
its inhabitants
Adeptus?
a US citizenship.
Oh,
And voila.
so you must have been
Do
to
you
see
mean
the
voila?
giant lantern
You wrote
already.
us voila.
Yep.
There you go. Another
And it turns
Hawaiian.
out that the
I'm
White
sure
Horse
the local
Adeptus is
inhabitants
super
would rather have
mysterious
US
too.
citizenship than be treated
Even
like
Madam Ping
second-class
hasn't met
citizen by
her.
Denmark.
Wait,
As the
I
second-class
thought
citizen
she
of
was the
Hawaii, who had
gold-eyed
homes burned
Celadon
down
mare
while
of the Eight
officials
Adepts.
impeded fire and rescue teams.
That's just
All
the
because
interpretation
government
you
originally
believe in, Hu
funded the
Tao.
land.
There are other theories out there too. The elders of Chingsa village believe that during the Archon War, a white horse leapt from a clear spring, transforming into an Adeptus who aided Rex Lapis in battle. In Chenyu Vale, some of the tribes take her to be the daughter of time and trace her deeds to an even earlier era. Yet in other ancient texts, including the relics I just mentioned, she appears as an emissary who listens to mortal wishes, bestowing the blessings of the heavens and moon upon the mortal realm, which is why we write our wishes on Shao lanterns.
That's so complicated. So what's the verdict? Which version is the truth?
I'm afraid there's no definitive answer to that.
You two have been all over Teyvat. Do you have an idea?
No, it doesn't. Authentic Italian
sorry.
carbonara doesn't have
We
cream.
were actually
The
on our way to
Western
ask
version adds
Zhongli.
cream.
He knows even more about this kind of stuff than us.
Ah, looking for a consultant, huh? He's having tea with Miss Linlong. She Antiques is hosting an exhibition
The American
tonight.
version doesn't
An
have grammar
exhibition?
in it, though.
For
That's a bummer. Poor carbonara. Kmart doesn't exist anymore,
All those
buddy.
antiques Sing
I
Show
think
just
you meant
mentioned.
Walmart.
So if you head to the big ship docked in the harbor tonight,
Australia.
I'm sure you'll find
Never
him.
had Kmart's. I fear I said Australia.
So,
not
where
Austria.
to
Ooh,
next?
but it's the same country,
How
isn't
about
it?
we go to
I
the
remember that
Ministry of
story
Civil
where a couple
Affairs to
bought
ask about the
tickets
White Horse
to
Adeptus?
Austria thinking it was
We might be able to
Australia,
find out
and they
more
were
about
shocked
the
we
recent
weren't
moon
kangaroos in
situation,
Austria.
too.
That was really
If you're
funny.
heading to
It
the
was
Ministry of
incredibly
Civil
funny.
Affairs,
That
could you give them this
Austria
picture
don't
for
have
me?
kangaroos is because
Since
they're
it belongs
so
to that
poor.
customer,
They
she
told me this
deserves
was
to get
a
it back at
snack
least.
in Germany. I mean, it looks pretty good though. Cheese and stuff. Like, yeah, I'll have
Oh,
cheese.
wait! I almost forgot!
Germans or Europeans in
Happy
general have
Lantern,
the
right?
worst food. That's a known fact. Don't get me started on their fast food options.
Come have a
If you
meal
wanna
with us
compare
when you're
good
free.
food, maybe you shouldn't bring
We'll
up like
be
fast
there,
food in the
or
same
we'll
option.
be,
Like, don't get me wrong. I enjoy myself a slobby burger from time to time. But this is a weird comment. I wouldn't say that me enjoying a
Thinking
slobby
about it
burger
now,
on a Friday evening
could
on
it be
Tipsy is
possible
the
that
same thing as
photograph was a
dying or
fake?
whatever. You know, that's
fake?
kind of different.
You mean
A new
like
poll shows
the
Germans now
customer
distrust the
fabricated
USA
it to
nearly as
gain
much as they
academic
distrust
recognition?
Russia. So here's the partners of Germany. USA has 76%
Nice one, Changyun.
distrust. Russia
I
has
never even thought of it
83%.
like that.
God damn.
How about we go check out that place tonight? I know exactly where it is.
All right.
I'll get scolded if I get home too late.
So many brain
Live a little, Sing
this is
Cho.
nuts.
You
I
act
don't
like
think
this
I've
is
ever
a
had
first
such
for
a
you.
brain cell
Worst comes to worst, we'll get
unfriendly
Xiangling to
video.
cook you something delicious, okay?
Well, when you put it like that, I suppose it's worth the risk.
Just write it how you speak it.
It is how
You were
say
just
it.
waiting for the
14th of
promise of
October,
free food, weren't you?
Fine. For an American
It's
green
a
card to
plan,
escape
then.
the routine
We'll
misery
meet
of
up
European
tonight.
style socialism and experience the opportunities of American capitalism. Yet Americans themselves seem to be the only ones who don't realize how blessed their country is. Like those murderous Greenlanders. Dear God. Why payment is confusing in America. USA invented banking, so there's a lot of technical baggage. When was banking first invented? Banking, in its earliest form of lending and storage, was invented around 2000 BCE in ancient Mesopotamia. Is that in Ohio? Is Mesopotamia 2000 BC in Ohio? That's Ohio, right? I'm pretty fucking sure that's Ohio. You may have to tone it down a bit. Any Dutch person I've met has been so blunt and direct, to the point that
Happy
asked my
holidays,
son,
traveler.
was his friend autistic?
The Duke mentioned we might meet you here,
He had
but
so
I didn't
little
expect our
understanding of
paths to
what
cross
say
so
or not
soon.
to say. In an Irish context, of course. What do you mean? What do you mean in Irish? What? Please reply.
He invited me to experience Liyue's lantern ride with him. And also, to finally use up all the vacation days I never got around to taking. We met a very kind lady at the harbor who said that if we'd like, she could arrange for a professional photographer to take our picture as a keepsake.
Of course, something about that line makes me think that person is 6th generation Irish American.
Perfect! Oh, I'm sure you'll take a really good photo. And then I'll be able to show it to Monsieur Nervillette later.
Classic. I used to sleep like this when I was
Sure.
a lad.
Well then, as the professional photographer, what pose would you recommend?
What do you mean? Yeah, 0-degree freezing point and 100-degree boiling point. So silly. It makes way more sense to have freezing at 32 degrees and boiling at 212.
May I look?
Willy-nilly. How do we pick the points for the Fahrenheit? We just toss a dart at it. Oh, it hit 212, baby. That's the one.
It really is a lovely photo. I'll keep it
and
close and
Norwegian
treasure
DNA.
it.
I was wondering if anyone else who had any similar experiences. I know for a fact I am German because my grandfather is from there. And it's to complete zero now. I am not completely sure I'm Norwegian, but I could see it due to certain features. And I was a little sad to see it go. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it will come back in the 2026 update. I mean, it sounds like they're getting patch notes to their DNA, kind of similar to, I don't know, a Steam game. But I think it's because the database of the DNA service is updating in there, that then they can track the trees and stuff more accurately. And very small percentages can easily fall off. One person from that really far away timeline wasn't actually from there because something in the base updated. So, you know, that's why you don't tattoo the 1% DNA things on you. It's within, like, the margin of very small. Just in, European Union opens investigation into Elon Musk's AI Grok.
Traveler, had a feeling I might run into you here. Allow me to extend a traditional Liyue greeting. Happy Lantern Rite.
I don't know, man.
Correct. I requested one from Miss Ping Shi. Seems she really did secure a professional photographer. Shall we, then? Take a good shot. I plan to stick it up on my office wall when I get back to Fontaine. Sure. Do I need to strike a pose? Or suggestions are welcome, Traveler.
God, that feeling when you have something Trump wants so badly but will never have. Hey, your land, our choice. Get a job. Now it's no longer your body, my choice. Now it's your land, our choice. These are the most unlikable people to ever bless this earth.
Let's see.
When you ask someone where
Not
they are
bad.
from and they
Pretty
give their
standard
state,
shot.
not their country.
If you look at it from the neck up,
I am
it
from
could
the
even pass for a
Soviet
mugshot.
Vodenship.
I'll be keeping this. Really appreciate the help. Oh, and to you too. I'll still need to buy some gifts later. Other than tea.
Viral claiming airline serves 6-month expired meal, but she just read the date wrong because Americans don't understand International Day formats. I also find it funny story. Went viral. Must have been a slow news week.
Hey, 90s kids! Remember these nostalgia bombs? Prepare to feel old! TV show only aired in North America, toy only sold in North America, beverage only sold in North America, snack only produced in North America.
Oh my god, I've had this experience with like some of my friends who are American and they're like,
oh yeah bro, you're also from the 90s or whatever. Do you remember the Horgan Dorgans that you used to see when you grew up? They were my entire childhood. What?
Your grandfather is of the same opinion, Miss Lanyon.
Yes. On Lantern Rite, the moon shall go dark. That's what the signs are indicating. Celestial observation isn't Grandpa's strong suit, but he discussed it with several other elders from our clan, and their conclusion was the same. It's consistent with the information we've received from other sources as well. You mean the whole thing? About the legend of Jeonju the Moon Devourer? Happening in real life? Yes, that's one of them. So it's true. I thought it was just a rumor. It's true. But right now, the bigger issue is that all our sources indicate the phenomenon's gonna happen again. I'm not sure this bodes well.
Let's remain optimistic for now. We're making progress interpreting the artifacts, and Ganyu is consulting with the Adepti as we speak. Besides, apart from the incident at Wanmin Restaurant, there haven't been any other moon-related disturbances.
Ningguang, Kuching, and Lanyan! You're all here!
Traveler! In Paimon! It's been a while. Happy Lantern Rite.
Yes, Happy Lantern Rite. What brings you here, though? I thought you'd be in the harbor enjoying the Shao Lanterns.
You're certainly not the type to visit Yujing Terrace for no reason. Is there something I can help you with?
What? We're not allowed to just drop in on our friends during the festive season?
I was only teasing. You're welcome to visit us anytime you wish. Happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, and about all the moon business you were just talking about? We have something to show you. Here, take a look!
Whoa! Something really did take a chunk out of the moon.
Someone managed to capture a picture of it. Is this Zhanju, the Moon Devourer, then?
Even though we confirmed this event took place, I still can't quite believe what I'm seeing. Where did you get this picture?
From Xiangling! She found it when she was cleaning up after that customer caused a scene. She thinks they must have dropped it.
Wait, is this Chuang Terrace? No, it's just where I'm from. It said that Chuang Terrace was where the ancient people of Chenyu Vale communicated with the heavens. And in this picture, the moon happens to be right above Chuang Terrace. I was just surprised, that's all. It's probably just a coincidence.
That's interesting because the ancient people of Chenyu Vale migrated there from the chasm area.
The chasm? So, that place is involved too?
According to our investigation, that customer you just mentioned, Lu Xiangxiang, her father and grandfather are merchants in Liyue Harbor, and her mother and grandmother grow tea in Chaoying Village. A few days ago, she left her home in Chaoying Village to join a civilian archaeological team funded by Hoishan Hall, and ended up excavating some artifacts in the chasm area. These artifacts were then entrusted to Shigu Antiques and are set to be featured in an upcoming exhibition. Then, of course, the incident at One Mean Restaurant occurred. We suspect something happened during the excavation that left her with quite the shock.
And now, it seems like she also went to Chuang Terrace and took that picture of the moon disappearing.
The chasm? Chuang Terrace? Things are getting pretty complicated.
She's not in a good mental state, so we took her to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some help. Why don't you come with me to check up on her? At this point, you seem invested in this case too. Then let's head there now.
Hey lads, watch this, and then they did watch it. You will. It was the last thing I did.
That is the most gentle, falling over I've ever seen in my life. That's sort of impressive in its own right. I mean, it didn't make the job, but this whole... It's like a true connection. My girlfriend blindsided by saying she doesn't want to move in together permanently. Am I the dog for being upset? My girlfriend, 26, and me, 27, and we're moving in together permanently. A couple of months ago, we took over the lease from someone we knew who needed to move but didn't want to pay the penalty for breaking his lease. We were in the process of deciding if he wanted to stay here or move into one of the other places that the property management company has available, because this lease is up soon. But right now, my girlfriend says she doesn't want us to move. She's already left where we live now and taken over our things. She completely blindsided me with this.
Ah, Lady Yuheng. Oh, and the Traveler and Paimon are here as well.
What a pleasant surprise. Happy Lantern Rite.
I hope we're not interrupting, Dr. Baiju.
Not at all. I assume you're here to see the patient? Unless it's urgent, however, it would be best not to disturb her rest. It's quite unstable. She's even more agitated than when she first arrived. And she refused to cooperate when we tried to check her over. I had no choice but to prescribe a calming draught and to have her rest for 2 days.
So she's getting worse? That isn't the news I was hoping for.
It's just a precaution. Based on an earlier conversation with her, it seemed more like a fixation than anything else. She hasn't lost her mind.
That's right. When we asked about it, she kept insisting she was going to be famous, far and wide. Well, it might not be far and wide, but she certainly made a name for herself around Eugene Terrace. Even some of the Chishin know who she...
Not often, that's for certain. From my initial assessment, the patient appears to have experienced some sort of shock, and whatever it was seems to still be haunting her.
But what could have caused such a thing? The relics from the chasm? Or the moon above Choang Terrace that night?
Come back in 2 days, and you might just have your answer.
I suppose that's all we can do for now. We'll take our leave then, Dr. Baiju.
Of course. If you need anything else, don't hesitate to stop by.
Speaking of those relics from the chasm, aren't they being featured in an exhibition tonight?
That's right. Are you planning to attend?
Yeah! We wanted to have a talk with Zhang Li anyway, and now Paimon's even more curious about these relics.
I was thinking about proposing, and we were planning on permanently moving in together, and she just blindsided me.
I would, except every item in the exhibition had to be registered with the Ministry of Civil Affairs, so I'm afraid it's been spoiled for me. I reviewed them all myself. There are some rather peculiar artifacts, that's for certain. We're still working on decoding the ancient text that appears on them.
Yeah! The word jade appears a whole bunch, doesn't it?
Huh? How did you know?
Shincho told us. He said there were some ancient poems on them, too.
He's quite well informed, isn't he? Well, he's right. We believe they're direct references to the ancient nation of long gone. As for the other text, instead of regular poetry, it seems to be more like ceremonial language used to worship the moon and the gods.
The moon and the gods?
Well, looks like it's almost time for the exhibition. You two should head over. There's an usher at the harbor who will lead you to the venue. Not at all. The exhibition is free to the public. The people of Liyue have a great respect for our history and are eager to learn from it. Plus, the exhibition is being organized by Linrong, the owner of Shigu Antiques. As far as I know, it's been a long-time goal of hers to hold a cultural exhibition of this scale, where people can learn all sorts of information about the past.
Yes, we're in for a real treat tonight, then.
Yes. Have a great time. There's still more artifact decoding work I need to finish, so we'll have to part ways here. After seeing the picture you brought, there's a few ideas I'd like to follow up on.
You're hard at work even during festival season? Huh. You haven't changed one bit, Keqing.
I'm simply fulfilling the responsibilities of my position. That's all. All right, I should get going. See you later.
It's astounding. I can listen to click videos and also hear
well,
my surroundings.
Guess we should head over to the harbor and find that usher.
Black Friday is around the corner. Raycon products are up to 30% off site-wide. From everyday essentials to the latest releases. It's the perfect time to upgrade yourself and get ahead of gifting. Shop now before they're gone. To get up to 30% off during Raycon's Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. Some of Raycon responsible this video. Back to news. And for blowing up at my pregnant wife and putting my foot down after her. Pretty went down because my mom has read it, but thinking I was but the account is already clear. We are
Here for the exhibition? I can take you aboard. After you.
This man has been nothing but kind to us. Far more than either of our parents have ever been. The average rent in our area is around $2,600. At first, we were a bit skeptical because the house was advertised.
Look at all
but
the
we wanted to
antiques
meet
on
the
this
tenants
ship!
personally before anything
It's
else.
almost
The
too much to
listings
take
can!
Greetings. I trust you've been well since last we met?
Speak of the devil! You're right where Hu Tao said you'd be!
Ah, so Director Hu gave me away, did she?
Don't act like you're up to some super secret business! We know you just do whatever you feel like.
Yo, Traveler, Paimon, what's up?
It's been a while, you two. Happy Lantern Rite.
Beidou! Yuchin! It's great to see you! You're here for the exhibition too?
Yes. When I heard these artifacts were from ancient times, I just knew I had to come learn more about them. I mean, what a discovery, right?
Yeah, Ningguang pretty much said the same thing. She thought coming here might help culture me up or something. But as you know, I'm more of a fists and punches type of person. I doubt one exhibition is gonna change that.
You're too modest, Captain. You're the leader of the Crux fleet. That takes far more skill than just fists and punches.
Plus, at the end of the day, you still decided to come, even though you didn't have to listen to Ningguang.
Well, she's the Tianquan. If she can't even get an average ship captain like me to do her bidding, how's that gonna look?
You sure know how to think from her perspective, huh?
I guess I do. Anyway, how's everyone enjoying the exhibition? I heard that if you see something you like, you can negotiate the price with the owner and take it home.
I cannot describe how happy I was. I thanked him with tears in my eyes. With the 700 saved on rent, we were able to keep our head above water during that crisis.
Indeed. Although Shigu Antiques is hosting this exhibition, many of the items come from private collectors. As long as both parties reach an agreement, you can make an offer of Mora or an equivalent trade. Well, shall we continue our conversation as we look around?
Let's go! I'm super curious about all this stuff.
Congratulations. Before he walked away, kids are expensive. So as a baby gift for him, let's make the rent an even 1,000 until the baby is born. That is absolutely amazing. That's like a solid few $1,000 in saved rent. This guy is so sweet, man. I have no idea why, but for some reason this set my wife off completely. She started yelling at G, calling him an old man that is looking down on us, and he can take his useless gift and shove it up his butt. Thousands of dollars in rent is a useless gift to what? She was yelling for like 3 minutes, and every time I tried to stop her, she would just get louder and louder.
There's a huge toad on it!
But at the end of the rant,
Could it be?
That if you really want to get something for
This
a baby,
material is quite unusual. It doesn't look like paper, more like silk, or some other kind of fabric.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Why? G took everything he said.
Well spotted. This is a painting of John Ju, the Moon Devourer, made primarily with mulberry silk. Such craftsmanship is rarely seen in modern-day Liyue.
John Ju, the Moon Devourer! Paimon knew it! That toad made it super obvious.
What's that? A new dish at Wanmin restaurant?
No! It's a kind of lunar eclipse! You heard about how the moon disappeared recently, right?
Oh, yeah. You're saying a toad did that?
That's what the legend says!
We sat in the living room and he asked if my wife could join
So,
us, and she did.
nothing to do with food then. Noted.
And the figure next to the toad, is that the White Horse Adeptus? From the stories I've heard, her palace lies on the moon.
That would seem to be a logical assumption. No. In fact, this item was discovered in Chenyu Vale, and many years ago at that.
Oh, so it's from Chenyu Vale?
Actually, that's not quite right. You see, this painting is primarily comprised of mineral-based pigments, such as cinnabar and azurite, which are usually found within stratified rock. This suggests its place of origin may very well have been the chasm.
You could have just started with that.
You're as knowledgeable as ever, Mr. Zhongli. I had only ever heard the legend of John Ju, the Moon Devourer. But now, seeing it depicted in this painting, I wonder, if I purchased it, perhaps it could serve as inspiration for a new opera. Though I'm not quite sure who the painting belongs to right now.
A splendid idea, Miss Yoon. Perhaps in lieu of Mora, you could offer the lyrics to said opera as recompense.
The lyrics? But to whom?
What is this?
Why, to me, of course. I am the owner of this painting, after all.
Wait, so you're one of the private collectors of the exhibition? No wonder you knew so much about the painting.
But lyrics in exchange for a precious antique? My work could never possibly be of equal value.
I don't know about that. I'm not much of a scholar, but even I know your operas are in a league of their own.
An astute observation, Captain Beto. In my possession, this painting is nothing but a lifeless artifact. In your hands, however, it could be transformed into a new piece of art entirely. Quite the worthy exchange, no?
But I'm not sure when I'll be able to finish writing it. It certainly won't be ready this year.
Allow me to be equally forthright, Miss Yoon. This silk painting is merely a copy I made of the original work. There is no need for such concern over its value.
Huh? So it's a fake?
I had no idea you were such a skilled artist, Mr. Zhongli. I pride myself on having some knowledge of antiques, but I didn't notice anything that would point to it being a replica.
You never cease to amaze me, Mr. Zhongli.
You flatter me. All that said, Miss Yoon, you must accept. Truly, I insist.
Huh. He's gone from handing out fake Mora to fake paintings now, huh?
Your kindness is impossible to refuse, Mr. Zhongli. Rest assured, I'll be sure to return the favor.
I shall look forward to it.
Man, that was quite the find. I should buy something too, if only so I can show it off to Ningguang.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
First option to the house. Edit 3 because it keeps coming up. I actually forgot how far Reddit can go with things. I know this sounds poopy,
Wow.
but I am more sure
This
that
bronze war chariot is really something.
than I am my wife has never seen Nubby.
It must have quite the story behind it. I've never seen anything like it before.
Do you know what this is, Zhongli?
Oh my god, that is an absolutely savage lie.
Ah, I heard from Miss Linlong that a carriage made of Celadon jade was unearthed in the chasm. A copper canopy, a body adorned with flowing clouds and geometric patterns. Yes, this must be the one. A precious piece indeed.
This thing's gotta be thousands of years old, right? Crazy to think people back then were capable of such intricate metalwork.
Too often, we view the past and future through the lens of the present. Objects that fascinated us as children seem crude later in life. And that's only after a few decades or so of separation. If one were to stretch time across hundreds or thousands of years, one might discover that time is not always a force that pushes things forward.
It would seem the people of that era managed to create a remarkable civilization in their own right.
Makes me want to get my hands on this even more. Ningguang's gonna be so jealous, don't you think?
Ah, has this war chariot caught your eye, Captain Beto?
Oh, you must be Linlong from Shigu Antiques. Nice to meet you. This exhibition has been amazing so far.
Well, that's all thanks to supportive patrons like you and Mr. Zhongli, of course. As for this war chariot, it was discovered by an archaeological team sponsored by Hoishan Hall. The price comes in at 90 million Mora. How much?
90 million? Woo, looks like my eyes were a bit too big for my wallet.
Quite a bargain.
A bargain? 90 million more I could feed Paimon for like 1,000 years!
And if you actually went on an eating spree that long, perhaps you'd be considered an antique worth that kind of Mora, too.
What, 90 million? Nuh-uh! Paimon's worth way more than that!
Well, if Mr. Zhongli thinks it's a good deal, I'm sure it's worth it.
Beto's putting way too much faith in Zhongli. What if he's only here to drive up sales?
I'll take the chariot, Miss Linlong. Someone will come by with the payment.
Quite the discerning eye you have, Captain. After the exhibition ends, I'll have someone deliver it to the Alcor.
Actually, could you send it straight to Yujing Terrace? I'd like for the Tianquan to see the proof of my discerning eye for herself.
Understood.
Great. Yunjin and I both found something. What about you three? Want to keep perusing? And don't worry about the Mora. It's all on me. Nobody's going home empty-handed tonight.
I appreciate your kindness, Captain, but I'm afraid I have some private matters to discuss with Miss Linlang.
In that case, don't let us keep you, Mr. Zhongli.
Right this way.
Traveler, Paimon, perhaps you would like to accompany me.
What? So you can show us another bargain antique that's so far out of our price range it's not even funny?
Other people are always demanding Mr. Zhongli's time, but it's quite rare for him to extend an invitation himself. I wouldn't pass up this opportunity if I were you, Paimon.
Yeah, just don't forget to come aboard the Alcor for a drink later.
Yeah, guess you're right. Taking a quick look isn't gonna cost us anything. Let's go!
These are all the jade pieces that were found, Mr. Zhongli.
Wow! So many styles! What kind are these?
These are a type of ceremonial jade. You're familiar with Chenyu Vale's rain jade, right, yes?
Oh, yeah! So these pieces are all used in the rain jade ceremony?
Well, you may not know, Paimon, but before the rain jade rite came into practice, Chenyu Vale was known for a different ceremonial tradition that also involved jade. The Bi is used to honor heaven, the Cong to honor earth, the Gui to honor the east, the Jiang to honor the south, the Hu to honor the west, and the Huang to honor the north. These form the 6 ritual jades. It's unfortunate, however, that Miss Linlong's set is missing both the Gui and Hu pieces.
Oh, I know. These jade artifacts are from such an ancient time. It's proved difficult to track them down, even for our establishment.
No matter. You happen to have precisely the piece I was looking for.
Huh? This broken jade token? I didn't expect this to catch your eye, Mr. Zhongli. It isn't one of the...
An affect belonging to an old acquaintance of mine.
An old acquaintance? One of your collector friends, Mr. Zhongli?
You could say that. Traveler, take a closer look.
Huh. It doesn't look all that special to Paimon. Just seems like a broken artifact.
Indeed. It's been thousands of years since the moon has appeared in such a form.
So, in the past, the moon wasn't always full. Then, could this missing chunk be from when Jianzhu devoured part of the moon?
It's worth looking into.
Your insight is invaluable, Mr. Zhongli. I had no idea how special this piece was. Since it has caught your interest, allow Shigu Antiques to cover the cost.
Oh, that is far too generous, Miss Linlang.
Not at all. I've always wanted to give people a chance to appreciate these snapshots of history. So holding an exhibition like this has been a lifetime wish of mine. And it never would have been possible without your help, Mr. Zhongli.
I merely put in a good word with a few acquaintances of mine.
And it had a profound impact. Without your recommendation, I doubt half of these collectors would have come to the exhibition. So, on both a personal and professional level, I owe you my thanks, Mr. Zhongli.
Wow! Zhongli actually did something useful for once.
3, 5, 7. 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. You also enjoy counting in such a fashion, lost child? The same loneliness as them. It seems to exist in your heart as well. Me? I'm sorry, I don't remember. The shadow of the moon? Or a dream of time? I'm sorry. No one has asked me such things before. I've been here for so long. There is much I have forgotten. I know nothing of your arrival. All I know is the longing in people's hearts. Yet, I sense the moonlight's guidance within you, child. Perhaps that is what brought you here. You seem confused. Perhaps I can help in some way. The path home is... that direction. I believe someone told me that before. But I was never able to reach the end. You should take a look. No need. It would seem... my time has already run out. Farewell. May the moonlight ever shine upon you.
Wow! Jiangwei actually did something useful for once.
Your complexion looks rather ashen, Traveler. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, what's wrong? Does your stomach hurt? Huh? What are you talking about? You were right here the whole time.
Ah, I see. I'm afraid we must take our leave, Miss Linlang. My friend has taken ill and I must escort him to get some rest.
Of course.
Traveler, Paimon, please, come with me. Ah, yes. Regarding the payment for the Jade Token. Charge the expense to the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor if you would.
Guess someone's thinking of me. But this late at night?
Must be that consultant of yours. I bet he's out there spending all year more at the exhibition.
Yeah, he'd be the perfect employee if he just knew how to rein in the spending. But never mind him. Let's focus on the moon. We gotta see if it gets eaten tonight.
I don't think it's going to happen. We've been out here all night, and the moon's the same as ever.
It is quite late, and Chongyun's getting tired. How about we head back? We can come back another time.
Head back? Already?
Actually, I do have a new dish I'm testing out tomorrow. And as part of my New Year's resolution, I'm trying not to oversleep.
All right. Guess it just wasn't meant to be. Let's go. When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. When the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
need a rest? Why did you bring us here?
Because I imagine the traveler would like to know what just happened to him.
Oh, right. Ugh, Paimon's confused, though. She could have sworn you were there the whole time. Oh, how is that possible?
It sounds like his spirit formed an inexplicable connection with the being in that space. Ah, you suspected from the beginning, didn't you? Indeed, the being you met is the fabled White Horse Adeptus, and the original owner of this jade token. Her name is Zibai.
Wait, does that mean she's inside this token?
No, she does not reside within this token, but rather within the moon's shadow. This token is merely a medium. Word has it you accomplished quite the feat in Notcry. You and your friend brought the Frost Moon back to Teyvat. Tell me, did you ever wonder about the other moon? The one that hung in its place for thousands of years?
We never really thought about it, but it must have been a fake, right? A fake moon!
Indeed, it was false. Its true nature, nothing but a projection of the moon. It also happens to be the prison that confines Zibai to this day.
Wait, the White Horse Adeptus is trapped inside that projection? Then we need to rescue her! But the moon in the sky right now is the real one, right? Where did the fake moon go? And why can't Paimon see it?
With the return of the true moon, the shadow naturally lost its place in the heavens. Now, it is disintegrating bit by bit. It's a process that comes and goes. When it occurs, it looks like the moon is being obscured by a black shadow. But when it stops, the shadow disappears and becomes invisible to the eye.
So, you're saying there's an invisible fake moon blocking the real moon right now?
Indeed.
Okay, this is not what Paimon was expecting.
My hypothesis is that people's wishes could be what trigger the periods of disintegration. After all, when you experienced that episode just now, it was precisely when Miss Linlong spoke of her own wish.
Wait, is that because the White Horse Adeptus answers people's wishes? The legend must be true then. So, that means the more wishes we make, the faster the fake moon will disintegrate, right? Then it won't be long before the White Horse Adeptus is free!
Quite the contrary. After countless years trapped inside, the two have merged into one. When the moon's shadow is gone, Zibai will cease to exist in this world.
Oh no! So, by bringing the moon back, we actually hurt the White Horse Adeptus?
Do not burden yourself with such thoughts. Because of your actions, a promising opportunity has presented itself to us. Let us not forget, what is crumbling is also precisely that which imprisons her. Yes, and that is why I invited you here tonight. Your connection to that broken jade token confirms that you can do what I envision. However, while I had hoped to receive your assistance, this matter could have significant ramifications. I must admit a certain reluctance to implicate you in more of Teyvat's secrets. Often, the deeper one's knowledge of such matters, the harder it becomes to extricate oneself from them. You are someone who once traveled through the boundless sea of stars. I cannot help but wonder, perhaps it is wrong for your fate to become too entangled with the fate of any one world. Such is your conviction, then. Since journeying beyond Liyue, you have had ample time to reflect on these matters, it would seem. Very well. The first secret I must reveal is that Zibai has long since passed away. The being within the Shadow Moon is merely one of the 3 deadly selves she severed before her death.
Wait, the White Horse Adeptus is dead? Weren't you supposed to tell us how to fix this? Now it just seems even more impossible!
Please, remain calm, Paimon, and allow me to explain. The 3 deadly selves is a practice used by those engaged in spiritual cultivation. The intent is to sever the 3 vice-laden mortal selves to reveal one's true, pure self beneath. However, Zibai's 3 selves are more complicated in nature. Because in the moment before her death, someone preserved the shattered essence of her soul and placed the fragments within her 3 deadly selves. If we retrieve the 3 fragments of her soul, there is a chance we can restore her presence in the mortal realm.
So that means we can bring her back to life?
Yes, provided we retrieve the fragments of her soul's essence from the 3 deadly selves. Indeed, the being you encountered was Zibai's first deadly self, Ziju. After Zibai's death, she ascended to the heavens and became one with the Shadow Moon. The essence that resides within her is a heavenly soul, also known as Taiguang. Thus, this self is the closest to Zibai's true nature. That said, because she is trapped within the Shadow Moon, we have no choice but to seek out the other 2 soul essences first. Then we can unite them as one. Her second deadly self is called Ziju. After Zibai's death, she fell into a slumber deep beneath the earth in what is now known as the Chasm. The essence within her is the Earth Soul, also known as Shuangling. She is the self that inherited most of Zibai's memories and wisdom.
The chasm? So, do we have to go there to find her?
That won't be necessary. I sensed her presence on the jade carriage from earlier, the one at the exhibition. It's possible the return of the Frost Moon awakened her, and she emerged from the chasm alongside that batch of ancient artifacts.
Wait! That must be why you agreed to help with the exhibition! To investigate the artifacts!
Indeed. So in truth, Miss Linlong was the one who helped me. The third deadly self is Zichao. The essence within her is the human soul, also known as Yojing, Zibai's shade. Thus she is the most free-spirited among the 3. She lent me her aid during the Archon War 1,000 years ago. But later, as her powers waned, she retreated into the mountains. I imagine finding Zichao should prove the most troublesome, so I shall take it upon myself to track her down.
So, we need to find the second deadly self, right? But where do we even start?
Locating her should not prove difficult. In life, Zibai was fond of mortals, and as the self who inherited most of her memories and wisdom, Ziju should be the same. It's possible she has possessed someone, and is meandering the bustling streets of Liyue Harbor as we speak.
Possess someone? Wait! Are you thinking what Paimon's thinking, Traveler?
What if she raided a tomb and dug up some super special relic, then got herself haunted by an ancient ghost?
Exactly! Lu Xiangxiang!
It seems you have a lead in mind already.
She'd still be at Boo Boo Pharmacy. She was super agitated when she first got there, so Baishu gave her some calming medicine and told us to come back in 2 days. Do you think it could be her, Zhengli?
It's quite possible. The deadly selves are impure beings that can easily influence mortal minds. A sound plan. Well, I should get started on my own investigation then.
But you're leaving already?
I must. Zichao went into hiding after the Archon War. If I am to have any success tracking her down, and there's no guarantee, I should start sooner rather than later.
But there's still so much you haven't told us! Like, who the White Horse Adeptus actually is, and how she died in the first place! Not to mention who it was that preserved the fragments of her soul.
Should our endeavor prove successful, then naturally those answers will follow. If not, speaking of them would be rather meaningless.
Huh.
It would seem that this is a question you are unwilling to set aside. Very well. I shall tell you. It was the Avatar of Time. Ah, so you know of her existence.
The ruler of time saved her soul.
Indeed. Preserving what remained of Zibai's soul in the moment before her death. Only the power of time could be capable of such a thing. However, there is no telling what effect it has had on the three deadly selves. In other words, you must exercise caution when seeking out Zizhi. On the night of Lantern Rite, countless Shao lanterns, and the wishes written upon them, will be released into the sky. I estimate that this event will trigger the Shadow Moon's collapse. When that happens, the cage that confines the first deadly self will open. That is our moment to act, but also the moment where all could be lost. For if we fail to retrieve the other two soul fragments in time, Zibai's resurrection is hopeless. As I mentioned before, the answers to your remaining questions should come in time, providing our efforts bear fruit. Let us hope that all proceeds smoothly in the days to come.
What could the children be up?